guys, and welcome back to the channel. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. Thank you guys so much for being here with me. We are in week 45 in the Bible in 52 weeks by Dr. Kimberly D. Moore, and the title to week 45 is Waiting on God. That's right, waiting on God. You guys already know it is Friday night and I'm not going to keep you long, so let's go ahead and jump into this reading. Waiting is easier said than done, and waiting on God can be particularly difficult. Sometimes his answers are immediate. Sometimes he takes his time. Sometimes he allows you to go through a process. We have no control over his timing. We just have to wait until he makes his move. In Habakkuk 1, we find a prophet who desperately needed to hear from God. He saw the destruction of Judah and called on God for help. Initially, it looked like God wasn't answering or even hearing him, but Habakkuk kept seeking his direction. Has there been anything in your life that you have seriously prayed and sought God for, but you haven't gotten an answer yet? In this text, Habakkuk asks God two very relevant questions. How long and why? He asks, how long am I supposed to call for help before you answer? How long am I supposed to put up with these wicked people? Ladies, you may find yourself asking the same question over and over. Why am I single? Will I ever be financially stable? Will my kids ever listen to me? How do we handle it when it feels like God is taking too long? Sometimes we give up. Sometimes we settle for less. Sometimes we take matters into our own hands. When we do any of these things, we disqualify ourselves from receiving the real blessing that he has in store for us. We have to learn to be still and trust God's plan and timing. God knows us better than we know ourselves. He knows what we're prepared for, and he knows when we need a little more time to prepare. He knows the areas where we need growth, and he knows the areas that need a little more discipline. It behooves us to wait, because if we wait on God, he will make sure all of the pieces are perfectly joined together. It will be well worth the wait. Amen, amen, amen. Another encouraging word from Dr. Moore. She is reminding us to wait on God. God's timing is perfect. I know sometimes we want things at a specific time, or we want things to move quickly, or we want to answer right then and there. But God already knows. He knows everything. He knows when we need to wait. He knows when we need to be still. He has everything already prepared. So we have to really trust his timing. And I know that is easier said than done. But we just have to trust God, that God knows what's best and that his timing is perfect. Okay, guys? So let's go ahead and get into these points to ponder. Number 1. Think of a time when you prayed for God to answer, but he didn't answer the way that you wanted him to. How did you respond? Number 2, is there currently something you've been praying about that God has not answered? How long have you been waiting for an answer? What will you do about it now? Number 3, when God doesn't answer, how do you normally handle his silence? Okay, guys, so Dr. Moore leaves us with further thoughts for the week. In this text, there was a reason why God was delaying an answer. Yes, Judah was God's people, but they had a wicked king who caused them to sin. God had to bring correction to Judah for their wrongdoing, and he used the Babylonians to do it. In the book of Habakkuk, the eponymous prophet goes before the Lord on behalf of the people. We don't know how long he had been calling out to God, but when God spoke, it probably wasn't what Habakkuk wanted to hear. He told the prophet that he was going to allow the Babylonians to raid the land and wage war against Judah. Even though the prophet wasn't seeing God's respond in the way and in the timing that was expected, God was still speaking and moving. Amen, amen, amen. All right, guys, so let's get into these daily readings. Day 1, Obadiah 1. Day 2, Jonah 1 through 4. Day 3, Micah 1 through 4. Day 4, Micah 5 through 7. Day 5, Nahum 1 through 3. Day 6, Habakkuk 1 through 3. And day 7, catch up on any readings that you may have missed. I pray that you guys are doing well and being blessed. I thank you so much for tuning in tonight. And I pray that you all have a blessed week ahead. As always, I will see you guys in my next video. Y'all be blessed. Bye.